Hi, I'm Deja Henry, and today I want to talk to you about why you should even care about the topic of comparison. Comparison is something that everybody deals with. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, how successful you are, or how successful you think you aren't. Comparison will touch you at some point in your life. You'll always have that moment where you're going to compare your life to someone else's. And it's perfectly normal. Everyone does it because everyone's human. Unless you're not, then you probably just don't care about what other people are doing that aren't people, that are just animals or fish or whatever. But if you're human, then you're going to compare yourself. The problem is, if you stay in that moment of comparison too long, then it will take root and nasty stuff will start to grow and just plain stupidness will ensue. You might be watching this video and thinking, I don't deal with comparison, I don't know what she's talking about. Or you might be thinking, I'm actually the person that people compare themselves to, so I don't need to worry about it. Or you might be thinking, comparison is for chumps, so I don't need to deal with it. Or you might be like me and think, yeah, comparison is real and it totally messes me up sometimes. So I wanted to share my story with you. A few years ago, I had come home from working full-time to be at home with my 3 children. They were all under the age of 5, and I didn't really know it at the time, but I was dealing with postpartum depression. I was very tired, I was very worn out, and they had a lot of allergies and eczema, like very severe things, and we were going to the hospital all the time, the emergency room. Someone was always sick. I was finding out about new allergies. We didn't have health insurance at the time. The finances were out of whack, and my husband actually was dealing with his own health problems and had gotten so bad that he wasn't able to work, and our bank account started dwindling, and I was just totally stressed out. I was trying to figure out how I could help out at home, and I started looking around at what I was doing. I had started a blog. I had a YouTube channel, and I saw that people were making money doing these things, and I wanted to figure out how I could make money so I could help out at home. So I started to spend all of my time researching how to make money with your blog, or how to make money with YouTube, or just how to monetize this thing that I was building, and I didn't even know what it was. At the time, there was this new YouTube channel that I totally loved. The person who did it, she had such a beautiful spirit. She was a breath of fresh air, and I started emailing her, and we emailed back and forth. One day I went on her channel just to see what new things she had posted, and I noticed that her subscribership had really jumped, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, cool. Then I refreshed it and it jumped like a couple hundred more, and I was like, what the heck? Then I left it and went on to do something else, and I went back and it had jumped like hundreds of subscribers in minutes. And I was like, am I watching something go viral here? So I contacted her and I was like, oh my gosh, do you know what's happening on your channel? And she was like, yeah, I just posted this video, I thought people would like it. And then that happened. Now, while I was truly happy for her because I thought her channel was wonderful and positive and different, I also felt like I got slapped in the face by the internet because I had been on YouTube for years. I had been really trying to put out consistent and good quality content, but yet I felt like my subscribership was going very slowly. And the reason it was so important to me was because it was really tied to me being able to help my family out. And I didn't know it, but me being able to help my family out was tied to my self-esteem and my value and what I felt like I was contributing. Because at the time, all I had was motherhood, and I didn't have anything else, and I didn't really feel worthwhile at all. And so with all of those things combined, I started comparing myself to everyone out there, to other channels, to other bloggers. And it got to the point that I was afraid of being myself. I was afraid of saying something that I was passionate about because I didn't want anyone to unfollow me or unsubscribe or say something bad. And it was starting to stifle me. It was starting to really, really take away my joy, because when I started doing YouTube and I started blogging, I absolutely loved it. I loved having this creative outlet that I never had before. I loved having a space that was mine and the kids could not get into. They couldn't mess it up. They just couldn't do anything. It was my space where I could express myself and talk about what I wanted and create the things that I wanted. I could develop the skits and the ideas that were in my head. I taught myself how to edit. I taught myself how to take pictures, and I was starting to feel really good about myself. And then this wave of comparison came in and just started destroying everything that I had built and put my heart into. I had become a bouncer, like my own bouncer, standing at the wall of creativity. And anytime I had an idea, that person, that bouncer standing at the wall would be like, nope, you can't do that idea because they may not like it, because they might say something bad, or they may unsubscribe. And I was just letting that control me. And it got to the point where I just felt terrible because I just didn't feel free. And one December morning, I woke up before anyone else, and I remember just staring out the window, thinking about my life, thinking about the things that I wanted to do and felt like I couldn't do. I just decided, you know what? Forget this. This isn't working. I don't like my life like this. So I took my tripod and my camera and I sat down and I poured my heart out. And it was almost like I was just going to tell the whole world that I didn't care anymore. This is who I wanted to be. This is what I was going to do. And I didn't care because I was sick of the way that my life was. I'm telling you this story to tell you how this little tiny seed of comparison grew into this ugly stupidness that was taking over my life and literally holding me back from my dream. I just want to tell you what happened after that. I decided to keep making videos. I decided to keep blogging and to keep producing work. And you know what? After that, someone found me on YouTube who runs her own channel and her own network for moms, invited me out to New York to perform my one-woman show. I actually had written that down a year earlier, saying that I wanted to go to New York to perform my show. I didn't know how that was gonna happen. But what if I had stopped making videos? What if I'd stopped reaching out? I would never have had that opportunity to fulfill a dream of mine. Next thing I want to do is I want to tour the country or even the world doing this show, my one-woman show, to share my message with other moms. And I don't know how that's going to happen, but I know that if I stop, I know for sure it's not going to happen. Is there something that you want to do but comparison is holding you back? Do you worry about what people will say, what they will do? Is your value tied up in the number of followers or subscribers that you have? Are you worried because you don't have the right equipment to do things? I want to encourage you to let all of that go. I want to encourage you to decide that today is the day where you're not going to let comparison steal your joy. You're not going to let comparison steal your passion, your purpose, and what you know you're supposed to do. I really think that by understanding that this is a topic that's important to talk about, it's important to shine a light on it, I think that it's going to make the whole internet a better place. I think it will make the whole world a better place. I think that your sphere of influence, people will start to feel good around you.